Hello, guys, we'll recap the movie Wild Hearts. The movie involves three people: Bobby, a troublesome taxi driver who is uneducated, but, as things may be, he is dating Vera, a student at the university. Bobby is the one that takes care of Vera and pays her fees. He even sends money to her mother. Their relationship was good, but Bobby had anger issues. Whenever he sees a guy with Vera, he ends up beating up the guy or harassing him. One day, he came to pick Vera up from her school but met her talking with a guy. When she sighted him, she asked the guy to leave, but he didn't want to. Instead, he kept stalking Vera. When Bobby came down from his car, he immediately went for the guy and beat him up until Vera intervened and asked him to leave the guy. The issue made Vera angry this time. At home, she asked Bobby to stop beating up people because of her, but he said he does it because he loves her and promised never to do it again. Things were about to get bad for Bobby and Vera as a new boy just arrived in the neighborhood and he wants to date Vera. His name is Charles. He is rich and seems to be a gentle guy. He keeps disturbing Vera by asking her out on a date, but Vera refuses him, saying she is already taken. One day, Vera came home angry because Bobby had done it again. This time, he went to beat her lecturer because he saw the man's text messages on her phone asking her out. Now the lecturer is very angry and threatened to fail Vera. Vera left the house because of this issue even though Bobby begged her. The situation got worse as Bobby tried to reach Vera on the phone for days, but she is not answering. Bobby went to Vera's friend's house to look for her, but she claimed she has not seen her and asked Bobby to leave or she will call for help. But this was all a show, as Vera was actually with her at her house. After days, Vera later came back home but gave Bobby a condition that for her to stay, he must not come near her school or beat any guy he sees her with. Bobby was not happy, but he accepted the condition. After this incident, Vera started having a soft spot for Charles. They went out together, and from there, things started working out between them. She even developed feelings for him. One day, Vera lied to Bobby that she wants to go to her friend's house, but she actually went on a date with Charles. Finally, it happened. Vera accepted Charles and went to his house. There, he confessed his love for her, and she accepted to be his girlfriend without Bobby knowing. Vera went to stay with Charles for 3 days. This made Bobby worried as he did not know Vera's whereabouts. When Vera came back, she told Bobby that she is no longer interested in him, broke up with him, and left his house, even though Bobby kept begging her. Bobby finally saw Charles, and yes, it happened, he ended up beating him up. This issue made Vera mad. She went to Bobby's house and threatened to call the police if she ever sees Bobby close to her again. Bobby accepted his fate, saying, "I am a man, I will cope." Well, after leaving Bobby, Vera's problem began. The loving guy, Charles, is actually a woman beater and very possessive. Charles bought Vera a new phone and SIM card and asked her to throw away her old phone and SIM card and save only his number and a few people in the new SIM card. He also forced her to stay in his house for the weekend. Vera refused, but Charles said she has no choice but to obey him. But the matter got worse when Charles asked Vera to travel to Abuja with him. She said she cannot go because she has exams to write. This made Charles angry, and he told her that she must leave her exams and come with him to Abuja. On the day they were supposed to travel, Charles was surprised Vera was going to school and not with him. He asked her to go back and pack her things to travel to Abuja with him. She said she cannot leave her exams. Without saying anything, he slapped her for disobeying him. Vera was shocked and cried. Another day, they had a small argument, and he slapped her again. This time he even tried to strangle her. Again, Vera went to her friend's house to relax. When she came back to Charles's house, he asked her where she went, and after she told him, he slapped her again. But this time, Vera has had enough and slapped him back. She couldn't bear this anymore and went to tell Bobby, the troublemaker. Hearing this, Bobby sent some boys to beat up Charles and warned him never to come near Vera again. But does Bobby still love Vera? He does not love her again, and he told her he helped her beat Charles because he does not like men who hit women and not because he loved her. Vera actually apologized to Bobby before leaving his house. Later that day, Bobby called Vera and asked her to come back to him because he still loves her. They reconciled, and Bobby proposed to her. Well, she accepted, and that's how they live happily ever after. Thanks for watching this recap video. Help me by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. You can comment on any movie you want us to recap. Thanks for watching.